So we'll start with your name.
Kris Coleman.
And your background service?
My background is CIA and FBI as a first responder special agent.
And your role in the organization?
I'm President and Executive Director of Fox Bravo Overland.
And where are you from?
I am from Washington, D.C.
All right, first question. How's the trip been for you so far?
Trip so far has been great. It's been fantastic to see the evolution that we've been doing with the trucks and the overlanding, the competitions, and seeing the different participants come out from their shells in a lot of ways. Different levels of nervousness about what's happening, what we're going to be doing, the unknown over the hill, which is really challenging for some. But seeing that evolution at the campfire each night of them coming out of the shell is really fantastic.
What's been your favorite moment or memory up to this point?
So my favorite moment, I think, on the trip so far has really been seeing the guys come together at the creek. Now you're in a different level of uncertainty, you're at a different level of exposure, vulnerability, but at the same time, you're able to find that bonding with the guys in the truck, find the guys that from your service perhaps, and you're sort of back to simplicity.
Has anything surprised you on this trip?
I think the thing that surprises me on these trips is this thing that surprised me on my first trip. I mean, this is trip 4 for me, and trip 1, the feelings really continue to be the same thing on each trip, which is how much I need this. I think I was one of those guys that was, as we see oftentimes, there's other people that need it more than I do. And I was one of those guys early on, like, I don't need this, but I wanted to help. And in volunteering to help, I learned how much I needed it. And that was tremendously valuable for me. And I think part of my evangelism when I talk to other first responders is, you need to understand the stress you've been under. You need to understand the effect it's had on your health. And you need to understand that getting out there with Fox Bravo Overland, getting out there in the outdoors and this sort of peer-to-peer model where it's a safe place, there's adventure, we give you a purpose, and you can reset, is super valuable for anybody from our walks of life.
Have you learned anything new about yourself while you're out here?
I think for me, learning something new about myself, I think the key there is I like to measure progress for myself from where I've just been as opposed to measuring myself against others. It's often so easy in our society to say, well, Johnny's achieved this or Susie's achieved that, and why haven't I done that? But I've started to look at my personal progress, my professional progress as how far have I come since the last time I measured? And then talking to our friends from overseas, I think they revalidated that for me, and that it's not, it's been a bad run and I've been in a dark place for a period of time. The reality is you've had a Fox Bravo Overland trip since the last time you're mentioning about, darkness and being in a bad place. So you can say that, this run of darkness is shorter than it used to be because I've just had a Fox Bravo experience or some other supportive experience, as we've been talking about.
What's been the toughest part of the trip so far, and how'd you push through it?
Some comic relief on the toughest part of the trip was probably just thinking it was going so well and nothing had happened. We had no mishaps. And just something as stupid as a misstep on the trail and you put your hand down in the wrong place and you end up with a cactus spine, through your finger. And you're staring at it going, that's new, that's never happened. And you're thinking, well, how am I going to put my tent up? How am I going to make lunch? How am I going to drive tomorrow with this cactus spine? But stupid little stuff. And if that's the worst that happens to me, I'm in pretty good shape. But it's almost, I always like to say this, right? So it's almost like a sunburn or bug bite or cactus spine. It reminds you that you're mortal and human, and you're not this all-powerful human being that's unstoppable. We're all very, very vulnerable and very human.
If someone asked you whether to join the next trip, what would you tell them?
I would say stop finding reasons to not go and start finding reasons to go. We're not here to fix anybody. You know, everyone's got their own baggage, everyone's got their own challenges, everyone has had their own unique experiences. But I think the decision of whether or not to go is to look at the no's and the obstacles that you're putting in front of you and validate whether or not they're true. Is the reason you're saying you're not going to go really valid, or is it an excuse? We all have to be realists about where we are in the world. We all have to be realists about what we're putting up as a front. But if you can get beyond that and be true to yourself about what's in the way, I think you can go a long, long way about making a clear decision. And it's our job at Fox Bravo to help you step through that process, the decision process, reduce barriers, and come to an honest decision about whether or not you should go. And the answer is you should go. But talk to your peers and talk to Fox Bravo staff about your concerns, because we'll help you walk through it.
Last question, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Fox Bravo Overland makes an amazing difference in people's lives, specifically veterans and first responders, and the men and women that come out on these trips walk away transformed. The team has been proving this for almost 15 years now, and now as we're into this more mature phase of Fox Bravo Overland as a 501c3, I mean, we're getting the metrics, and what we're finding is that what we had proven informally is very, very true now. And we'll have more statistics to support that, and we do have statistics to support that. But it is a transformation for whoever goes through it. Some people it takes 4 days, some people it takes 6 days, some people don't really kind of figure it out till they kind of get to the end. And they're starting to going, I don't really want to go home. And it's our job to make sure that they've got support on the back end of the trip. But it is transformative, and for all those corporations and family foundations and other veterans and first responder groups that are out there, what I would say to them is, if you want to give your personnel and your participants and your members another tool in their toolbox, another way to find help, this is one of those ways. And if you can help us raise funds, find participants, and help get these folks out on the trail with Fox Bravo Overland, you're going to make a huge difference.
Thank you.
Cool.